Welcome back to Choose Your Next Yes, the podcast dedicated to empowering midlife women just like you who are ready to ignite their passions and make a transition in their careers. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about the power of being relentless in pursuit of what sets your soul on fire, which is actually a quote that I came across a few years ago, and I just loved it. So stay tuned because I'm going to talk about how to clarify or identify your passions, how to set some bold, audacious goals, how to develop a plan, how to stay consistent and be resilient while pursuing your goals, and why it's important to have support along the way. So get ready for some tips and some action steps based on biblical principles. Let's get started. Are you in a new season of your life? Are you stuck and searching for clarity so you can make a career change? Do you just need the courage to switch careers? Are you ready to follow God's plan for your career? Welcome to Choose Your Next Yes. Hi, Kindred. I'm Mel, a career transition coach, mom of grown-ups, coffee lover, and God girl. I've had a lot of big life changes, and I haven't always been clear about God's plan for me. This led to stress and anxiety and a lack of clarity and courage to make a career move. I finally started listening to God's voice to find clarity and peace and stopped being scared to make a move and achieve my career transition goals. Now, my mission is to help you learn to listen to God's voice and know when to say yes to the career you've always wanted and no to everything else. Let me show you how to clarify your purpose and find courage to pursue your personal and professional goals in your midlife and beyond. Throw down your self-doubt, dust off your dreams, Kindred. It's time to reset and refine and reclaim the woman you once aspired to be. Hello there, marvelous midlife ladies. You can probably hear the cicadas in the background and maybe some birds because I have my door open. It is a beautiful day outside, and I know it may be a little noisier than normal, but I just love the sound of the outside, and the weather is not bad this morning. It's kind of crisp and cool, and I'm really enjoying it, so I have the door open. I know in the next few weeks it's going to get really warm, and I won't be able to have the door open near as much because it'll just be too hot, and I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to embrace the chance to turn my air way up or completely shut it off so I don't have that extra charge on my electric bill. And my dragons love it when I have either the sliding glass door open or the windows. The windows are actually almost floor to ceiling. There's very few windows in this apartment, but they are really big, the two windows that I do have. And the dragons love to sit in the window and just soak in the sun. And they love it when I have the door open. They really, really wish I would open the screen door too so they can get out. But they like the noise, they like the air, and they like the sun. And so do I. So let's go ahead and get started. I know that you may be feeling the call to maybe make a change in your career, but you're not really sure where to start. Remember, ladies, it's never too late to pursue what truly sets your soul on fire. I told you in the opening that I found that quote a few years ago. I don't even know where I came across it, but I loved it. I tried to find who actually said it originally or who I found that said it, but I couldn't find it again. So if I do, I'll put that in the show notes for you. But it's really about embracing your passions and staying dedicated to your purpose. So I'm going to give you some actionable steps, some tips and some actionable steps to help you be relentless in pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. The thing that sets my soul on fire is helping you guys realize your passions and your purpose and how you can translate those into a career that really does set your soul on fire. Something that brings you joy every single day. Something that doesn't seem like work because you love it so much. When I do group coaching, which I'm getting ready to start a group coaching course, or when I do one-on-one coaching, the very first thing we do when my clients are very unclear of what their passion is or their purpose is we deep dive and we take some time to really explore and pinpoint what truly excites and motivates them. And that's my tip for you today. My first tip for you is to do a deep dive, really explore all of the things that you're passionate about, what truly excites and motivates you. And the way to do that is to spend some time each day journaling about activities or topics that you get lost in because they're so easy, things that you lose track of time doing because you love it so much. So get out that journal again. You know, I'm big on journaling with you guys and telling you to always journal things, and spend 30 minutes each day. It may not even take you that long, but write down the things during the day that you did that you just lost track of time doing because you were so engrossed in it and you really loved it, or you were thinking about it during the day. And then look for patterns in your entries to help you identify those common themes around your passions or your interests. What are your hobbies? What are those things that truly light you up and bring you joy? Psalm 37:4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart," which is really funny because that was part of my devotional this morning when I was listening to the Bible recap with Tara Lee Cobble. And that was one of the things that she was talking about. And we often look at that verse to be, God will give us the things that we desire if we delight ourselves in Him. But that may not be the actual meaning of that verse. The meaning of that verse may be if we delight ourselves in the Lord and we really follow Him and we're listening to Him and we're letting Him guide us, then He's going to put the desire in our heart that He wants there so we can actually have something to take action on. And once you've identified a common theme or something big that you really want to do, that passion that you're sure is what you want to do, then set some clear goals. This is number 2. Set some big, audacious goals around those. Define clear, specific goals that align with your passions and your purpose, and also align with your values and who you are as a daughter of Christ. After you set those big, audacious goals, then develop a plan. Create a step-by-step plan and make sure that you include some milestones within the plan and the deadlines to keep you on track. And when you reach those milestones or you hit those deadlines, then make sure you celebrate to keep yourself motivated. Dedicate some time each week and plan out your week and make sure that you include some time in your week, in your schedule, for accomplishing the goals that you've made the big audacious goal around. List the specific actions that you need to take every single day to move closer to accomplishing that goal. This could be things like research, networking, skill building activities. I even schedule in time to create my graphics to make sure that I am getting things out on time. And some weeks I do better than others. All right, number 4. At least I think we're on number 4. I have 2 lists that I'm working from, and one list has more things than the other. And so I think we're on number 4. But that is to stay consistent and be resilient. Consistency is the key to being resilient, and then resilience is the key to overcoming those obstacles and being able to stay focused on your passion and what your big audacious goals are. Really work on cultivating a mindset of perseverance and resilience. I can't talk again today, as usual, in the face of challenges. In the last month, I've had some really good weeks where it felt like things were falling in place and things were getting accomplished. I was accomplishing some goals, but then I've also had some days and maybe a week or so here and there that really felt like I was not accomplishing anything. And there were some challenges that came in my way, and there were days I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I just can't do any more of this. I can't take it. My heart is breaking. I just don't have the resilience to do this. But I kept going. Every single time that I had that thought in my head, God would put in front of me something that said, keep going. Every single time this happened, He has put something in front of me that said, don't give up, keep going. Whether it was a Facebook post or an Instagram post or something I heard on the radio, and He would bring that to my attention. And when you're weak and when you're feeling like you just can't do anymore and that you're ready to give up, remember Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Him who gives me strength. When I have my moments where I'm just done and I just break down and I cry out to God and I'm like, God, I don't know what else to do. I'm tired. I can't keep going at this pace and not see the kind of results that I'm expecting. And that's my own thing, guys. I'm expecting more than I'm getting, but that's because I want things to happen faster than they're happening sometimes. But the thing is, if things happen too fast, I may either miss something or I'll lose out on an opportunity that could have happened for me, that could have came into my path if I hadn't done something else instead. And so God is slowing me down on purpose, but He's also helping me build that resilience by keeping this process a little bit slower, or at least slower than what I want to happen. And I am that person who can think of 10 things I want to do or need to do and don't have the capacity to accomplish all of those. And my business coach, she is very strong on keeping me focused. She will say, no, focus on this one thing. No, grow this one thing. And I'll start to talk about something else. No, get back on track. Do this one thing. And that is her message a lot. She often says that, even when we're in our group sessions, she says that to the whole group. And I think part of that is us living in this instantaneous world where everything we want, we can get at the press of a button. I want something from Amazon. I press a button and it's here sometimes the same day, most often within 24 hours. And I want that for my business sometimes, but that's not reality. And it's not good for you for everything to be instantaneous, because if it was, then there would be too much happening at one time and you wouldn't be able to give 100%. You wouldn't be able to give your best. I wouldn't be able to give my best if I had more than one thing going at a time. And I think sometimes God puts us on a slower trek because He wants to see that we can accomplish that. He's going to let you be a steward over more when you can be a good steward over little first. So your action step for this tip is to use a habit tracker to monitor your daily progress. Maybe use an app. I use an app for my health. I monitor my walking, my steps, my jogging. I monitor my water intake. I also use Trello to help me make sure that I'm staying on track with my daily tasks and that I'm accomplishing those as I need to. You can use a spreadsheet. Heck, you can write it down on a notebook and mark them off as you go. I literally feel like I've accomplished something. Even if I have really accomplished things, I feel like I've accomplished more if I can mark things off of my list. It's just that mind thing with me. And I need to see a visual of me actually accomplishing something. But then when you accomplish those small goals that contribute to your big goals, then you can celebrate those wins. Celebrate the small wins first to help keep you motivated. So when you accomplish those big goals, you can celebrate them massively. And the last thing that I'm going to give you, the last tip that I'm going to give you is get some support. Have some people in your corner, not just for motivation to help keep you on track. I have my group that I'm working with and my business coach, but I also have my church family and my personal family, my kids, my dad, my boyfriend, his family. They all help keep me motivated. They all celebrate with me. They all help me stay motivated. But then I also have people who help me stay accountable. So your action step is to surround yourself with a supportive community. Find a mentor. If you need a business coach, I'm here. Reach out. I can help you through whatever it is. You know that I have a good laid out plan, my Ignite framework, and I can help you from start to finish. And that is from the moment of trying to figure out your passions, your interests, how you can translate those into a profitable business, all the way through scaling your business. If you want to write a book or start a podcast or start a blog, I can help you with those steps. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, 2 are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. 2 minds are better than one, guys. Iron sharpens iron. When you have someone in your corner to help you, even just as a thought partner, you can accomplish way more than if you were by yourself. And I'm not going to say you can accomplish twice as much because I think that is multiplied even more. I think it's not times 2. I think it's probably more like times 4 because you guys can bounce ideas off of each other and you can actually accomplish more than even if you put all of your ideas together, because once you start putting your ideas together, yeah, you have twice as many ideas, but then you're also sparking each other's ideas along the way. And so not only do you have your ideas and the other person's ideas, but then you have those combined ideas that spark more ideas. Your passion is a gift just waiting to be tapped into. You have so much potential that's just sitting there untapped, and it's time to tap into that. It's time for you to stay relentless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. When you align your actions with what sets your soul on fire, big things happen, guys. Embrace the journey with courage and with faith, knowing that you have the power within you to create that career that ignites your spirit and fulfills your purpose. It brings you joy. Marvelous midlife women, keep choosing your next yes and watch your dreams take flight. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Choose Your Next Yes. I hope you found our conversation inspiring and helpful on your journey. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would love it if you could take a moment to give me a rating and a review on the podcast. Your feedback not only helps me to improve, but it also helps other listeners to discover the show. Just head on over to Apple iTunes or Apple Podcast and leave me the rating and a review and share your thoughts. Or on Spotify, you can leave me a rating. You can't do a review yet, I don't think. I would really appreciate your support, and I can't wait to connect with you again next week. I hope today's show was a blessing to you as you continue on your path toward everything that God has in store for your life and your career. May the Lord bless and keep you. May His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift you up and give you peace. Bye-bye.